Pardon, such terrible things you say. Do I have everybody's life and death in my hands? Ha 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 ha. I haven't laughed, so for quite some time. I don't think anyone should ever laugh that way. Do you have someone else's life and death in your hands? In whose but yours, blessed child? Only you should handle your terrible talent more carefully. Every death caused by you will be counted. Reputation is better to be maintained in proper condition by any tricks and at any price. Reputation. Yes, my dear child, you will have reputation too, and I don't think you will be able to tame this sullen horse. Your reputation will fall always and constantly, and you know that everything, namely the number of enemies and friends, depends on it. Trust opens the necessary doors and mouths. Okay. Why will I always have it falling? I am good. But people have an adverse opinion. You will exist in several guises here. That your guise, that will live in the consciousness. And leaping ahead, let us suppose that in people's memories too, will be very and very terrible. Every day people will see signs of your weird nature. It will frighten them. No, I will remain merciful in people's memory. And I will be mentioned only as a good person. You'll see. People will always appreciate your help, and these days help will be needed to many people, trust me. Who eases the torments of suffering people will deserve much gratitude. There are times, you know, a man has such torments that even euthanasia is a blessing for him, especially if he is doomed. And what reputation do I have now? Now? I don't know, but it is easy to check. On the whole, one should have his condition checked. Has my kind-hearted colleague spoken to you about it yet? No. The main thing I remember is to look into the lodge. Those waiting for you there have no doubts about your personality. They have just learned about your arrival from a pile of magic bones. Ah, so that's what they were doing in the cutscene just a couple minutes ago. Your emerging will produce the proper impression. Step it up. Go easy, don't scratch me with your beak. I won't forget, kind teacher, thank you. Oh, I'm your teacher, I am. More likely, I'm your obedient servant. Do you know that, thanks to you, I turned out to be here? You are my kind teacher. As you wish. Alright. Get into a conversation.
I shall charge this fair scientist to study the morbid powders. We shall check him up.
Alright, so she's already talking about the Bachelor today. Katharina doesn't have fond feelings toward either of Daniel or Artemis, so that is one thing that is nice about Clara's path, that certain people either were more deceitful toward the other two, are a lot more open with Clara. But overall, in comparison to the other two, Barack had it really light compared to Clara. A lot of people, they meet you with, their teeth out, so you just have to grin and bear it. So, I think we have 3 quests today. Yeah, I guess we'll get into it. Alright. Oh, I was gonna say another thing about Clara's is the executor just told us that our reputation falls every day, and that is true. On certain days, it actually falls really fast. So, in Clara's path, sometimes you have to sneak around a lot more than the other two. Daniel, you could just walk down the street anywhere. Your reputation just piled high on itself. And Barack, most of the time, your reputation was good. But Clara, it's a different story. Sometimes certain quests are really hard to pull off because the entire town's guard is after you, and I've had to kill 40 guards to get through a day before. A single day. So hopefully we won't have that hard of a time. I've had other playthroughs where reputation didn't affect me once, so we'll just see how it goes. I haven't played Clara's Path in a little over a year, so we'll see if I can remember some of the things that I need to do to get around successfully, we'll say. So, where did you come from, girl? Tell your name. My name is Clara. I saw the lights and decided I should go here. I am cold. My name is Clara. I found this town looking for my sister. Yes, I'm looking for my sister. Something told me that my sister had come to you recently. I'm gonna go for the sister one. Well, alright. I have been waiting for you, Clara. We should have a long conversation. Why were you waiting for me? Please tell me. No, not here. Listen to me. Go to our home. Report to my husband, Ruler Alexander. We will take care of you, and I will come later, when Laska and I finish our business. If my guess about who you are is right, we are saved. Are you in danger? Yes, my bones tell that we are in such danger that nobody has seen on this earth before. Go into our house, Clara. If you are the one we are waiting for, it will be easy for you to get there, and nobody will hurt you on your way. I will do everything as you tell. Alright, so the map actually looks really good at this resolution. It's really just like clear and all the lines are like stick straight. Alright, anyway.
All diggers have run, or they...
I thought she was gonna say more. You won't touch the poor daughter of the gravekeeper, will you? I may be useful for you. If I die, who will look after the graves? You don't say so, dear. What do you take me for? You've confused me with somebody else, haven't you?
It's so chilly here.
See, my mistress came to find out what the dead tell about our fate. And what do they say? Are these bones that lie in front of you theirs? I'll say, what do they say? They say that they have already freed 7 corners of 9 for the future guests in their house. Everybody who dwelled there are now crowding in the remaining 2 corners. Can you imagine what harvest the death will reap in the near future? Oh, how frightening. I imagined as much, this house where the dead shrink into the corners, expecting for many guests to come. Mistress doesn't want to believe. She says the future can be changed. It is by pity in her. Where do you come from? You must have been at grandfather's place since yesterday evening. At the grandfather's. So we can either be like, be quiet, I don't know, no grandfather, got it? Or we can just pretend we don't know. So, what are you talking about? But a girl with whom you look like 2 peas appeared here not long before you did. It was still daytime. She went to grandfather. This is strange. It cannot be so. It must have been I, without any alternatives. Did you see her yourself? Just like I am seeing you now. You're making it up. I am the one and only in this world. It must have been my sister. Alright, so... our quest was given by Katharina. I'm pretty sure we have 3 today. And it's called Messenger. This woman is the authority, and her spouse is the authority. From a permission of this prince, I shall remain here in town. He will check me, test me, and when I manage to convince him that I'm the chosen one, he will defend me, the helpless, by the power which he is vested. Exclamation point. Alright. My friends are gone now. Clara also has the perk of Twire being an item. So that's something that we can collect, and it's basically mostly just currency for her path. As unlike Barak, we cannot make panacea, so we can just collect it for. There's a dog for funsies. Let's see if there's. I don't think any has grown today. There might be. Oh, there's a black twire. So I guess it is around in some spots already. But I'm not going to go out of my way to look for fire, because it's not really important to her path. like you to be a little more polite to me. Our reputation is too far down